Oh,
Your brother is nothing but digital distraction. Here's how to stop it.
that shit just pissed me the fuck off.
Jack doing? I might actually reach out to him and make sure everything's good, but I am concerned from what I'm hearing. And he's such a control freak, but he's relinquished control, it feels like. That's what's surprising.
What's up, DN?
Chuck's concerned. We should all be very alarmed. I just wish Barkley knew a nice woman from San Antonio to set Bill up with.
You know, I think it's a great city. I think they got the best organization in the NBA. But they do have some big old women. Me joking about those big old women down in San Antonio.
Maybe they could buy some real estate together down in Galveston.
Sitting in the Galveston with that dirty ass water being washed up on the shore. You people think they're in the beach.
If Dan Patrick is talking about it, you know it's going beyond standard tabloid fodder.
Next guest, Luke DeCock.
Excuse me. Who?
Luke DeCock.
Who?
Luke DeCock.
Wait, one more time.
Luke DeCock.
If we get 10,000 underdog signups by the end of May, I will name my next child Luke.
DeCock. If he's happy, I'm happy.
Okay then. I'm just gonna shut up.
Everybody in the world saw this and was like, something's wrong.
Yeah, I wonder whether or not Bill even wrote the book.
I want to know about Spygate. I want to know about the Playgate.
Not sure what's going on. I think he got to be very careful right now. They're just starting to be on a very slippery slope.
You want to read 269 pages of Bill Belichick? No, thank you. No, here we go. Here's good. How did Bill Belichick go from this guy?
I can't stand it. Run it again. Hold up and run it again, Brady.
To this guy?
How did you guys meet?
We're not talking about this.
For 2 decades, Bill Belichick was the closest thing American sports had to a modern myth. The stoic architect of a 6-time Super Bowl dynasty, the hooded Sith Lord of Foxborough, vanquisher of quarterbacks and killer of storylines. He conquered the NFL not by charming the media, but by mastering silence.
Just where your team is right now. Just how good it is right now. I don't know.
Ambiguity and ruthless control. Reporters dreaded his one-word answers, or even worse, just one of his stare downs.
What world ranker as a result of this?
Opposing coaches feared his maniacal preparation. Even owner Robert Kraft, the billionaire who signed his checks, often learned of Belichick's true thoughts only after decisions had been made. In an industry fueled by gossip and leaks,
Maybe that's a problem. Too much gossiping and not enough stretching.
Belichick built a fortress of secrecy, and he guarded it with the paranoia of a Cold War general. He wasn't loved, he was respected, feared, and most of all, unfucking touchable. That myth
What's up,
began
Justice?
to fracture with Tom Brady's departure back in 2020.
Where you from, gang?
It cracked further during the Patriots' mediocrity in the seasons that followed, and now, astonishingly, it threatens to collapse altogether over not a scandal of football, but of misplaced trust, mismanaged fame, and a 24-year-old woman named Jordan Hudson. Belichick's improbable post-Patriots chapter was supposed to be a quiet coda, a book deal, The Art of Winning, a modest return to college football at the University of North Carolina, a final victory lap for a man who had already secured his place in sports history. Instead, it's descending into an unforced public spectacle driven not by paparazzi or scandal-hungry reporters, but by Belichick himself and his inability to control his
Who
closest
are you?
relationships. In February, we
Nigga,
did a
who am
video
I?
about
Nigga, who
how
the fuck
good
is
we
you,
thought
nigga?
Bill Belichick was going to be as the next
Bitch,
head
this
coach
my
at
page,
UNC.
nigga.
Now, for a
Go
lack of
read my
better,
motherfucking name and then you come back and tell me
shit looks
who the
weird.
fuck I am.
It looks very weird. I'm worried about old
Type
Bill.
of shit that. Justice, who the
I'm
fuck are
worried
you?
about old Bill.
I'm worried for Bill.
And for the first time ever, Bill does not appear to be in control, and the media might be manipulating him. Oh God, Bill. Oh, Billy. We are less than 1,000 subscribers away from 740,000. We've added 14,000 of you since since draft day. That's crazy. Let's make it an even 15. Today's episode is sponsored by Underdog and my code TGS, or that's good. We are just a little over 100 signups away from hitting 6,000 signups at Underdog. Of course, when I hit 6,000 signups, Underdog owes me $60,000 freaking dollars as a bonus, which I will share with the people who help make this channel hum. Will Keys, my writer, Johnny Barks, my top dog editor, bonuses for those guys. We're so close. I appreciate the support, all 5,900 of you who have signed up already, but we got to close the deal. If you're going to play, I suggest entering in the Best Ball Mania tournament. They open that up after every draft. Now that we know which rookies are going where, if you got a good beat on these rookies, play now. The top prize is $2 million. They tally your best fantasy score every week, and at the end of the season, a $2 million winner will be crowned. How cool would it be if the $2 million winner was one of my signups? Very cool. Code TGS, or that's good. Link in the description. We're almost there. We always knew just a little bit about Belichick's personal life, mostly through the lens of his football upbringing via his father, the famous scout, Steve Belichick. He rose to fame as a defensive coordinator of the two-time Super Bowl winner Giants under Bill Parcells. And his myth started to grow after his game plan in January of 1991 shut down the Bills' up-tempo K-gun offense. There was the success, and then the disaster in Cleveland, the napkin resignation from the Jets, and of course, the 6 Super Bowls alongside Tom Brady in New England. We knew just a little
What's
bit
up,
of him
Zip?
as a devoted father, his 3-decade marriage that ended in divorce, and his 16-year relationship with Wanda Holiday, who was the executive director of the Bill Belichick Foundation. But after his mutual
He said fire.
I'll never say that.
It was Mitchell.
parting of ways with the Patriots, Bill became more accessible. He was all over television and the internet. He got social media accounts, and he got a 24-year-old girlfriend, former cheerleader Jordan Hudson, who he allegedly met on a plane in 2021. There was always scrutiny about that relationship because of the, what's the weird thing about their relationship? Is it the 49-year age gap? Yeah, that's what it is. That part's weird, and if you don't think it's weird, you're a creep. You're a creep. It's the kind of age gap that would leave Leonardo DiCaprio jealous. But that was really all there was.
Jesus
right? Perhaps
Christ.
a little bit of intrigue and casual discuss. It
Whoa.
would have made more sense if it was Pete Carroll. You know, an old rich man who also had a fun personality. You know, somebody who might not melt if the sun shined hits him. We know why she's with him and why Bill is with her. And it still felt odd because it's Bill fucking Belichick. What on earth do those two talk about? I don't know. Anyway, lately, Hudson has been taking center stage in every facet of Bill's life. It's starting to feel a little bit sinister, and it all came to a head on a nationally televised interview. Hudson's disruptive presence during Belichick's CBS Sunday morning interview stunned even longtime observers, longtime Belichick supporters. Here was the famously guarded coach who once turned a Super Bowl media day into an art installation of dead-eyed non-answers, allowing his girlfriend to hijack a national interview, openly contradict him, storm off set, and drag CBS producers into a frantic scramble to salvage the taping. We got a small taste of what has been reported as an even bigger nightmare by CBS. That's their side.
Reporting coming out about this interview that they included that because she interrupted so often, that they felt it wouldn't represent what the interview really was if they hadn't put in an instance where she interrupts.
What made the scene so jarring wasn't merely the optics, it was that it symbolized the collapse of Belichick's greatest strength, control, discernment, having an almost hypnotic spell over the media, the unshakable ability to know where the battles were fought and won.
Find the weaknesses of your opponent and attack.
Somehow, the man who once schemed out a game plan to stop the greatest show on turf, the Rams offense, couldn't manage a basic PR rollout for a book. The man who once ruled Foxborough like a silent emperor now appeared lost, passive, and perhaps taken advantage of. I felt fucking sorry for Belichick. I felt a lot of emails regarding Belichick's UNC role, even signing them as COO Belichick Productions. She reportedly treated CBS producers with disdain, interjected even on football questions, and ultimately caused a 30-minute production delay. When higher-ups at CBS saw the raw footage, plans for a follow-up interview were quietly canceled. Let's not do another one of those guys. Even within the UNC athletic department, there's growing unease about Hudson's influence, according to multiple reports. Belichick, who was supposed to lend instant credibility to the program, is instead dragging a soap opera into the heart of Chapel Hill. And all of this would be sad enough if it were happening to any 73-year-old former coach clinging to relevance, but it's happening to this man, the ultimate master of self-control, the oracle of do your job, the living embodiment of ruthless professionalism, a true master of his domain. This is the same Bill Belichick who, when asked after winning the AFC Championship how it felt, responded,
We're on to Cincinnati. We're getting ready for Cincinnati. We're getting ready for Cincinnati.
the same man who coldly cut Hall of Fame players a year too early rather than too late, the same man who benched Malcolm Butler in the Super Bowl just a couple years after Butler single-handedly won the Patriots Super Bowl 49.
I want to know about Malcolm Butler. Why he didn't play in the game against Philadelphia in the Super Bowl where he gave up a million points?
The same man whose frosty relationship with the media was the stuff of legend, often refusing even basic questions with monosyllabic, gruff responses.
I guess, man, stupid thing.
This moment in time with Belichick, for me, I think might be my last. Now I've seen it all. Now I've truly seen it all. It was Bill's very ability to tune out noise and resist the temptation of self-promotion that separated him from so many of his peers. In an NFL increasingly obsessed with branding, Belichick remained an enigma. No commercials, no podcasts, no public confessionals. He let the rings speak for themselves. But cracks in the armor had been forming even before Jordan Hudson's arrival. The split with Robert Kraft, once his most powerful ally, left scars. By the end of Belichick's tenure in New England, relations between owner and coach had turned icy. Kraft reportedly bristled at Belichick's continued struggles to modernize the offense, his cold detachment, and the post-Brady results. Belichick, for his part, remained stubborn, convinced he could outlast even Father Time if given full autonomy. Their eventual divorce, shrouded in polite press releases but brimming with private resentment, was as much about ego as results. Kraft wanted a warmer, more accessible Patriots brand. Belichick wanted to win football games his way or not at all. In the end, neither truly got what they wanted, and Kraft couldn't even kiss him on his way out because of a cold.
Got a cold, so I'm not gonna kiss him.
And now, a little over a year later, here's Belichick, no longer feared, no longer respected in the same unassailable way. His legendary privacy compromised, not by betrayal from within the Patriots building, but by someone he chose to bring into his famously small inner circle. I watched this CBS interview with, maybe for the first time, a bit of sympathy for Belichick. I thought, is this the same man? What the hell happened? How did a guy who had no problem trading Randy Moss and Richard Seymour suddenly find himself in a position where it seems like he's being held hostage by a woman a third of his age? What kind of Jedi mind tricks is she doing on him? Is there some sort of blackmail situation going on, or does getting your geriatric knob slobbed on by a 24-year-old soften even the hardest of exteriors? Hudson's defenders argue that age gaps should not be a scandal, that love can be unconventional, that public mockery is cruel. I'm a lot less interested in that part, honestly, but if this were just a passing romance that played out quietly, we'd all forget about it, but it's not. Hudson has inserted herself into Belichick's professional dealings, released his private emails, and perhaps worst of all, shattered the image of his imperviousness that Belichick so carefully cultivated for 50 years. The fallout from this interview continues. As it was revealed, she was the reason Hard Knocks canceled its plans for a UNC version of the show. Honestly, that might have most self-aware move of all, and probably saved Bill a lot of headache. Or maybe she wasn't so self-aware because the reason Hard Knocks with UNC got derailed was because Hudson wanted to be heavily involved with the show, which of course begs the question, who the fuck does she think she is? In what world does she need to be or deserve to be anything more than a cameo in a documentary chronicling Bill Belichick's first head coaching job in college? You don't fuck with Hard Knocks. The more I think about it, though, they should have let her be the focal point of the show and expose how insane this whole relationship is. The world has changed around Belichick. He used to command silence with a glare, but today's
What's
media
up,
cycle
Sita?
demands access, vulnerability, and performance. Where once he could scoff at branding and make jokes about InstaFace and SnapFuck or whatever.
You join InstaFace, as you put it. I love that.
Every relationship, every email, every misstep is another data point in the 24-hour gossip cycle. And brother, does that
What are
cycle
you?
keep on churning. Watching how uncomfortable
Bitch,
he
a
was
human?
on CBS,
The
Belichick
fuck?
never wanted to play this
What are
game,
you, motherfucker?
ever. But in allowing Hudson to wield influence unchecked, he has stumbled into it all the same, just like all the mortals before him. One moment that gave me hope that the old Bill is still there.
What's the reaction been like? What's it been like?
Just a little glimmer, Bill's still there. But people are questioning how Bill and Jordan even met in the first place because of this response she had in the interview.
How did you guys meet?
We're not talking about this.
No.
The story was that they were coincidentally seated next to each other on a flight from Boston to Florida in 2021. I'll let you do the age math on that one.
It's a topic neither one of them is comfortable commenting on.
But now we're getting a bit skeptical, and it's all because of an unforced error from Jordan Hudson. She shut down a question about how the two met.
don't hear dick
Made
eating,
it
you know
into
what
the
I'm saying?
final cut of the interview, and now people are throwing out all kinds of theories regarding the nature of their relationship. I'll let you sift through those conspiracies on your own time. Why would she be worried that Bill would be dumb enough to answer that question in a way that made them both look bad? He's a master at not answering shit.
Do you love Jesus? Shit, of course.
Bill addressed exactly that, though, in a statement released through UNC, saying that Jordan was not shutting down any particular question because there wasn't a good answer, but because they had agreed to only talk about the content of the book. But how the hell do you bring your girlfriend to the interview and expect a professional journalist not to question the nature of that relationship? This is not Bill's first rodeo with the media. It might be Jordan's, but if you thought they were only going to ask about the book, Bill, then I've got a bridge to sell you. The best way to go about
Germany.
this
See,
is to
shout out
answer the
Germany.
question and then move on. It's not that hard. Instead, it's open the origin of this arrangement to all sorts of conspiracy. And let's say Bill is right. Let's say CBS.
Kitty, I don't know what the
edited
fuck
this
that
way
is.
to
You
make
just
Jordan
type.
look bad.
How did you guys meet?
We're not talking about this.
So the idea that they would show that and make it part of their interview suggests that, like, their producers, whatever their limit is, she went so far across it.
The answer is for CBS to give us the full interview, isn't it, CBS? Which I honestly don't think Bill would want or would do him and Jordan any favors. CBS countered that statement with one of their own, saying, when we agreed to speak with Big Bill, it was for a wide-ranging interview. There were no preconditions or limitations to this conversation. This was confirmed repeatedly with his publisher before the interview took place and after it was completed.
But coaching's fun, honestly. I feel like I haven't worked a day in my life.
But if you watch the full interview, you will see there is a lot about Bill and football, which I think, helped Bill in his goal of promoting his new book, The Art of Winning. I'm currently a little more interested in the book Bill's son will write one day, The Art of Losing, My Inheritance. Now, to get to the truth of the matter, I went to the only place that I read the news, Black Sports Online. According to a report, Jordan Hudson has quietly built an $8.5 million real estate portfolio since she and Belichick started their relationship in 2021. Now, she's purchased like 4 different homes under an LLC that lists her as the borrower since then, ranging from $1.2 to $3 million purchases, in addition to another home listed as her primary residence. Now, none of the articles could confirm she actually used Bill's money for these investments, but they all allude to the idea that she didn't have the capital herself to do this. And I'm going to give her credit because these all look like smart purchases that are now generating $17,675 a month in rental income. She may be using Bill's money, but she's turning it into more money. She's building her own insane wealth, and she's doing it quickly. It's the involvement in the football areas, even as a media handler or whatever, and the reported 18-plus companies she's allegedly registered tied to Bill's name that I think concern everyone, from me to Charles Barkley.
I'm a little concerned with some of the stuff that's going on.
To just your casual
DeCock?
The statement felt like damage control. It feels like Bill has lost control. But I think we can agree on one thing here. She's hijacked the Belichick brand. She's broken into Fort Knox. She's far from qualified for the role she now has, in not just his personal business dealings as his de facto public relations person, but her role within the University of North Carolina. It's just odd. And I don't doubt Belichick's mental acuity at the age of 73, but it reminds me of when a celebrity goes off the deep end and is placed under a conservatorship by someone who's only there to take advantage of their influence, their fame, and of course their wealth.
What's up, 3 a.m. Trust?
In my life, I feel bad for Bill Belichick. I think he made a mistake in terms of who he's trusted, and he's starting to see the walls close in on him.
Spit it out it. Loosen it up to get further penetration up your ass, coach.
This is not the man we knew in Foxborough. This is a far cry from that. And it's making me a bit concerned. But maybe we're just at halftime of the Falcons Super Bowl. And Bill's gonna... Oh, no, Bill needs Tom Brady for the comeback, doesn't he? I think Tom's single, Bill. Thanks for watching That's Good Sports. Please subscribe here on YouTube. YouTube's all that matters to me. YouTube's all that matters to me. All those other sites can eat shit.
What's Bill Belichick doing?
I might actually reach out to him and make sure everything's good. But
Where you from, 3 a.m.
Trust?
Trust?
I'm hearing.
And he's such a control
Ah, fuck.
but he's relinquished control of things. That's what's surprising to me.
Chuck's concerned. We should all be very alarmed. I just wish Barkley knew a nice woman from San Antonio to set Bill up with.
You know, I think it's a great city. I think they got the best organization in the NBA. But they do have some big old women. Me joking about those big old women down in San Antonio.
Maybe they could buy some real estate together down in Galveston.
Sitting in the Galveston with that dirty ass water being washed up on the shore. You people think they're in the beach.
If Dan Patrick is talking about it, you know it's going beyond standard tabloid fodder.
Next guest, Luke DeCock.
Excuse me. Who?
Luke DeCock.
Who?
Luke DeCock.
Wait, one more time.
Luke DeCock.
If we get 10,000 underdog signups by the end of May, I will name my next child Luke.
DeCock.
He's happy on that. Okay, then. I'm just gonna shut up.
Everybody in the world saw this and was like, something's wrong.
Yeah, I wonder whether or not Bill even wrote the book.
I wanna know about the fight game. I wanna know about the play game.
I'm not sure what's going on. I think he got to be very careful right now. This is starting to be on a very slippery slope.
You wanna read 269 pages of Bill Belichick? No, thank you. Right, here we go. Here's something good.
How did Bill Belichick go from this guy
I can't stand it. Run it again. Pull up and run it again, Brady.
to this guy?
How did you guys meet?
For 2 decades, Bill Belichick was the closest thing.
Y'all receiving DMs like this? Are y'all receiving DMs like this? Who that say? Who that say? Who that say? How much stories you reply to? He even edited his message. He wanted his message to be correct, and he wanted it to get delivered. What the? Are y'all receiving messages from Nas Reed? Imagine receiving a message directly from that Boston and Lakers. Y'all don't feel my pain, bro. That is literally baking us. Y'all don't feel my pain. Everybody stand forward. Stand forward. It is the fourth quarter. We're 1 quarter away from seeing Game 6. Game 6 LeBron. I swear to God, the easiest money you will ever make. Game 6 LeBron, the easiest money you guys will ever make. I promise you, brother, it's okay to go into all the games. I know they're gonna win. I ain't mad. I'm Gucci. Lock in, chat. Tyler, y'all got the small don't crash out. 4 minutes
No, you can't spam, nigga. You already know that. Going good, Bandit. I'm chilling.
Maxi Cleaver out my game. JJ Redick. Get Maxi Cleaver out my game. Get him out the 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 game. Get Maxi Cleaver out the game.
Watching highlights of the Lakers and them losing. Oh shit, my guy cut up some bets.
Literally, I'm begging you, please put a center in the game. Rudy go, oh God, yo, I'm not gonna be able to see that. Knowing that Rudy go there, 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 has 27 points and 20. They got him out there looking like Will Chamberlain. 3 minutes, 27 seconds left. I'm not looking at the chat no more. I don't give a y'all need to get a million subs. I don't give y'all say I'm not looking at the chat no more. I'm not even looking at it no more because it's in front of me. It's 3 minutes left.
Holy shit. Did he send more bets? Jesus Christ.
Run! Woo! Hold my nuts! Hold my nuts! That's how we do.
Just bro, appreciate that. Appreciate the sub and Blakely. Blakely loves fishing. Where you from?
If you think for one second my Italian brother, I got some words for you. Bonjour. My Italian brother, if you think for one second that we
Oh,
want to get
good,
sent home by
Australia.
your bump,
What y'all got going on out there in Australia? Australia be coming through supporting. There's been a fair amount of people in here from Australia that's on sub. A lot of fishing. Yeah, y'all got a lot of wildlife out there. So sad LeBron got no cat out. What you mean? What you mean by cat out? What's up, Jack? Where you from, broski? Got knocked, yeah. Got put out the playoffs. Make me feel like I don't even want to watch basketball right now. Like, this shit weak. But as long as they put Steph, as long as Steph don't make the finals and win, I'm good. No hate, no Steph, but you can't have more rings than Bron, nigga. We don't need that. What's up, Cole? If you want to stream, like the stream for me and subscribe, man. Like the stream and subscribe. You have a good day. You have a good day too, Tom. What's up? What's up, Maximilian?
Again, the penetration by Edwards and Conway with the big time three. So Randall has got 21 tonight on the heels of a 25-point game, 22-27. He has been magnificent in this series.
No problem, bro.
The Anthony Edwards, Julius Randle duo has been the best duo in this series going against Luka and LeBron. Laker timeout, 38 seconds to go. Timberwolves are 38 seconds away from beating the Lakers and LeBron James.
Jesus, and thank goodness, because fans have been saying things like, I'd fight my own family over pretzel crust pizza. Ice cold. I filed bankruptcy for pretzel crust. Easy check. That delicious cheddar cheese sauce altered my brain chemistry. One bite is all it takes, buddy. Crust is bad for you.
What the fuck?
Receiving DMs like this? Are y'all receiving DMs like this? Who that say? Who that
You
say?
can name me
Who
Max.
that say? How much stories you reply to?
Nigga, your name already is Max.
Message. He wanted his message to be correct, and he wanted it to get delivered. What the? Are y'all receiving message from Nas Reed? Imagine receiving a message directly from that's better. Boston the Lakers. Y'all don't feel my pain, bro. That is literally banking us. Y'all don't feel my pain. All right, spam four. Spam four. It is the fourth quarter.
Cole, that's supposed to be funny, nigga.
Game 6 LeBron. I swear to God, the easiest money you will ever make.
It's your rock
Game
eating
6
ass.
LeBron, the easiest money you guys would ever
What's up,
make.
Nasir?
I promise you, brother, it's okay to go into an order of James. I know they're gonna win.
What's up, Samaya? Good morning.
I'm Gucci.
Well,
Lock in, check.
I don't know where you at, but it's nighttime over there. It's 2 a.m.
4 minutes left.
Where you from? You from London or something? Sweden. Okay. So I got going on in Sweden.
obviously stole money from people and he's purchasing an expensive vehicle.
Massive Chinese hack into phone systems right here in the U.S.
New details tonight on what's being called one of the worst cyber hacks in history, with federal officials revealing they've been investigating China for months.
U.S. officials today went public with new details about a massive and ongoing Chinese hack of multiple U.S. telecom companies.
How many years hacked by Ryan could have done that?
What the
What? I'll do it again, watch. What's the email you use to sign up for the most things?
Whoa!
Yeah, we're not showing that one. Yeah.
You can buy an organ online?
I mean, essentially, yeah. I got this text message from my friend's wife. It was a website that was on the clear web, and it was talking about people that were, really interested in children in a horrible
What's
way.
up,
So I started to
Tumal?
take things into my own head.
Hackers are these sort of cyber gangsters out there, armed not with a Glock, but with a computer. And with just a keyboard, they have the power to do things like take your social security number, crash the websites of major companies, leak state secrets, and spy on you. When hackers engage in cyber warfare, that is, when one nation's hackers attack an enemy government, the damage can be catastrophic. For example, in 2023, it was revealed in a secret White House meeting that Chinese hackers have gained the ability to shut down dozens of U.S. ports, power grids, and other infrastructure targets. With that type of power, hackers might be the single greatest threat to our national security. Today, we sit down with America's top hacker, Brian Montgomery, a man you may have seen on podcasts like The Sean Ryan Show or Valuetainment. He's ranked #1 on Hacker Leaderboard Try Hack Me, and he uses his skills to ethically hack and help bust international trafficking rings. Today, he shows us his powers in action. Let's get right into it.
Wait, he's like a good hacker? Yeah.
What's up, entity?
Today we meet with one. Oh, can't be that good. Let me take a while. You're gonna tell me this guy hasn't done some nefarious shit to get a few dollars in his pocket? You're gonna bullshit me and tell me that? Guy's driving a fucking Lambo. Okay, no, I'm a good guy. I do this for, I'm a good guy. I just want to help everybody. Bro, fuck out of here. You're driving a Lambo. He's done a couple things. Please. I'm one of the good guys. I'm here to. Wait, actually, you might watch this. No, dude, you're good, bro. Never mind. Please don't hack this.
Appreciate you for subbing, Barney.
Let's think. All right. Hey, peace. Hey, he's gonna. Hey, peace. He's using his powers for good, not evil. That's right. Yeah. Good shit.
Karma, I'm up, nigga.
Peace. So,
One of the most potentially
Fuck, you think I'm
dangerous
asleep?
people I've ever met with. A hacker, which kind of sounds unlikely, they could be dangerous, but these guys have the power to topple nation states by leaking information or exposing government secrets. They have the power to take your information and steal your money. If they want to be diabolical, a hacker is a very powerful person. So anyways, we're pulling up. I have some bad news for you.
Yeah?
I already got into your mainframe and I have everything.
Take it all.
How are you?
Pretty good.
What is a hacker?
A hacker, so my explanation of a hacker is somebody that has the ability to think in a way where they're looking at a device or they're looking at an object and they don't look at it for what its capabilities are out of the box or what people may interpret it to do. They're going to try to modify it to do something that it wasn't originally designed to do. I think it's more of a mentality. I think that you are like a YouTube user. In my brain, I think that
I see you
if you
guys.
found a way that a thumbnail
Not this live, nigga.
case or a title works, or maybe you switch the title every 3
Maybe
days and
2, 3, 4 lives ago.
That's hacking. You're using a system
Or
that's
maybe
not
even yesterday. But
designed to work
today,
that way,
nah.
and you're
How are you? I'm
abusing the
good.
system for your benefit.
How are you,
I get it.
Alici?
This thing is pretty.
It is time for another episode of Jazz Driven. Check this out. Today we're going to be taking my Z06 on a road trip
His
all the way
beard
to Las
weak as
Vegas,
hell.
and I'll be giving you my perspective if the Z06
Pretty dope right here.
Yeah.
That's a
Casually heading under a pillow.
most air guns will leak air if you leave air in them. Well, this thing, you pop a CO2 cartridge in it. Oh shoot! These balls in there.
What are they called? The pellets? Like the pepper spray pellets?
Yeah, but these have pepper spray and tear gas. I'm not like a defense type of guy, but I definitely like
have some stuff ready. So you being publicly known as a hacker, did you ever get targeted yourself by other hackers?
Yeah, please.
Basically, I became the
Advice
administrator
on
of a
what?
forum called Digital Gangster, and a guy didn't like that, and it was Zyrix. He didn't like that I became the administrator, and he used an IP relay service to reach out to my local police department when I lived in Pennsylvania. Then that I had bombs strapped to the windows, I had people tied up in chairs, I had people dead, all kinds of horrible things. I remember the exact number: 86 police officers showed up at my house, SWAT team, everybody was there. So I was at serious risk of being shot, or someone in my family being shot. And one of the cops there knew me, so he ran into the house first and was like, "Ryan, is everything okay?" And I'm like, yeah, everything's good. What do you mean? 'Cause I didn't know this was coming. I had no idea. They did catch the one guy after one dude was murdered. I can bring him up. He was calling in bomb threats and SWAT, and he was doing it as a service for people that he didn't know. But you want to see his face? Yeah, serial swatter Tyler Barris sentenced to 20 years for death of Kansas man shot by police. That's a SWAT face if I've ever seen one.
Dude, I mean, I hate talking about this, but dude, the amount of times that used to happen at the other house, like, bro, like, I don't know, bro. I just know that one day it stopped, and I'm thinking something happened. Whether that person got called or whatever, but whoever does shit like this, like, bro, like, I mean, this guy got someone murdered. You think you're doing like a prank? You think you're doing like you just fuck with someone? You got someone killed, bro. I think part of it too is he mentioned this guy was like for hire. That's what I'm saying. What a fucking scumbag, bro. Dude, like, I'm gonna be honest with you, like, there's not enough bad shit that could happen to this guy. Like, there's just not enough bad shit. First of all of the shit that he did, and then someone actually was killed. So again, man, the guy got 20 years. Probably should have got more than that, but whatever.
My brother had a little bit of a similar origin story to you as far as he was about 9 years old, 10 years old, got his computer, he was just in his room, like taking it apart, fixing it, and then he started doing low level hacks, like he would just go in his room and he'd be like looking
What you mean you can't do better, nigga? You can always do better. My advice to you is to get her the fuck up out of there, leave her ass.
You'd be amazed at what people are selling on the online black markets: organs, drugs, weapons, and more. One of the early and most famous online black markets was called the Silk Road. It started in 2011 by a man named Ross Ulbricht, and he created the site on the premise of individual freedom and voluntary exchange. About 70% of what was sold on the site was drugs like mushrooms, DMT, and marijuana, but the Silk Road also offers things like fake IDs and forged
I mean, but if we thinking about it logically, bro, it's a reason she cheating. Whether it's at her own will or something you not doing. But regardless, you being with her ain't gonna stop her from cheating. I mean, unless you just gonna let her cheat and you also gonna do your thing too, but whatever. My advice to you is leave her. But if you wanna be with her, do your thing. Like, do you think you being with her is gonna stop her from doing what she doing? I personally don't think so.
So why did he get pardoned? Well, I think the sentence was egregious. That is insane. All he did was make a website. He didn't fucking. Yeah, did you read about this? No, I'm just saying. When they said the sentence, I'm like, damn, that's a fucking long time. Right? It was yeah. If you Google that sentence makes no sense. If you Google it.
Massachusetts.
Yeah.
What is that?
So now you know that.
All right.
The people that
Are you saying you're a misogynist? What are you saying?
selling the drugs and shit.
Who's your favorite rapper?
Not this guy who's
Nas.
I don't know. There was more to it than that too. There was a lot more to it, and it was very.
I mean, if you into that type of shit, do your thing. Stick with her. But
a lot of sketchy shit went on.
If you ain't fucking with it, then you gotta drop her. But it's all up to you. It's all about what you want to do, what you think you should do, personally.
He ordered a hit.
You think you should be with her?
You ordered a hit on who?
separated.
Trump will pardon Ross during his sentence.
Okay, well,
Were you or a loved one admitted
that's a
to
little different then. So if I mean, if that's the type of shit you like, then shit, stick with it, bro. That ain't my type of stilo. I ain't really with all that.
Penitentiary in Tucson, Arizona. He told me about Bitcoin when it was like $12 a coin.
Okay, all right, so 2013, 14.
Yeah, I wish I had followed his advice.
Yeah, I've been in there as long as that, about 2012, maybe 2011, but 2012.
Oh, speak of the devil.
Yeah, I have one tattooed on me. I mean,
Do you think it actually is the currency of the future from a hacker's perspective?
I genuinely believe it's the currency of the future for many reasons. I mean, you see what the politicians
What's up,
are saying,
PS5? What's
one
up,
of the
Kinder?
major ones is saying about it being the new gold, basically, like the new foundation of our currency.
What can a hacker do to take your information or to take your money?
If I was on the bad side right now, if I was a black hat hacker, the first thing that I would do is go to that recent data breach. It's called the National Public Data Breach, which had roughly 3 billion rows of data in it. There's only 300 million Americans, and I would be using that database to get your social, all your previous addresses. I start to find your family members.
Kendra, what the hell you put $100 for?
In that database, apply for some credit cards, try to get some products online, maybe use some finance companies online to buy some products, ship them to a virtual
I mean, shit, if you still love her, stick with her, bro.
That's where I would start.
I ain't gonna kill your love and joy for what you want, brother.
Very special.
You feel me?
Ryan is offering for everyone.
But you just asked me what you should do, so I just gave you.
And it's a best-in-class cybersecurity
I mean, I really just gave you what I
service.
would do,
One of the things he does is he raises
personally.
digital footprint. Remember, just recently in the news, there was a data breach of nearly 3 billion people. Chances are some shit is and giving Ryan the help
Graduate from university.
type of ways to help you with golf. It's a no-brainer. Just look at how sophisticated the service is. It shows you where your passwords, social security numbers, addresses.
Yeah, I don't know why he did that. It ain't no fucking donation box, so he kind of looked dumb doing that shit.
Remember, you added the plan.
Somebody just said, I'm not giving him my credit card.
And all
I
over
mean-
this video, Ryan is giving
No,
you
it's not
50%
actually, it's good, it's cybersecurity, yeah, it's a good service.
discount if you use code Tommy G. Link is in my pinned comments. I highly, highly recommend you use the service. And now, folks, back to the video. What's the modern day equivalent to the dark web?
Yeah, well, there's a lot of marketplaces on the dark web.
Can you show us what they look like?
Oh yeah. So I mean, I'm just gonna look it up as if I've never seen it, because that's genuinely, I don't know of any good ones right now, but we're about to find out.
That's where you can buy people's credit cards. That's where you can buy guns. That's where you can buy almost anything, right?
Appreciate it, just like the stream.
I mean, essentially, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of different services that claim you can buy a lot of things. So I know for sure, guns, drugs, unfortunately, children, some of those.
Buy humans online.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty bad.
So you
What?
buy child trafficking. How do you go about doing it?
I got this text message from my friend's wife. It was a website that was on the clear web, and it was talking about people that were, really interested in children in a horrible way, which is like the nicest way I can put that. A goal was to just DDoS their website, which is a very simple, basic attack to just hold their server down. And I knew I could pull that off bare minimum. And
Basically crashing the website.
yeah, I was able to exfiltrate all of their users and their entire database. Then digging deeper into that database, I found there were 4 other databases that had backed up from previous websites. The first user in the database was an administrator, and he was a politician that ran for Congress twice in Virginia named Nathan Larson.
One of the first guys that Ryan busted was a wannabe politician named Nathan Larson. The repulsive things this man did are too vile to describe on YouTube, but let's just say he was a PDF file advocate and ran a website that catered to other sick adults like himself. Ryan eventually got enough evidence of Nathan's actions that even O.J. Simpson wouldn't have been able to beat the case. But for some reason, both law enforcement and media decided to ignore it. Thankfully, karma found Nathan and he later perished in prison. Furthermore, this incident opened Ryan's eyes to the evil things happening online. He realized there were kids out there that needed protection, and this launched Ryan onto a path that would lead to many, many PDF files and brought to justice.
I talked to 11 different reporters. They all were very excited to run this story. They had it in detail. All 11 of them came back to me individually and told me that their legal team was not willing to run it in various ways. And then 6 months later, he got arrested in Denver, Colorado with a 9-year-old girl. That broke my heart. It really genuinely did, because I felt like something could have been done about that. Until I started catching them locally around here with a friend, a professional MMA fighter, Dustin Scrappy Lampros. It worked out, and it got the word out there to people that this is a real issue.
Should we be concerned about the Chinese and the infiltration in this country?
I think that it's a legitimate concern, yeah. Cyber attacks, I think it's going to be, if not already, the modern warfare. China has some seriously crazy hackers, and and they're very powerful.
As we were in the middle of editing this video, a cyber attack occurred in what's being called a major breach. Chinese state-sponsored hackers were apparently able to infiltrate the U.S. Treasury cloud storage and steal documents at will. The Chinese have, of course, denied the allegations, but between Chinese cyber attacks and the unusual drone and weather balloon activities, it seems like the Chinese are testing us, leading me to wonder, when it comes to the world of cyber warfare, who has the upper hand, us or them?
Most people will recognize this as a garage door opener. Pretty straightforward, opens and closes a garage. And my garage door is a rolling code system. So every time you hit the button, it sends a different code. Like the old school ones had these things called dip switches, and that would be a static code that always stayed the same. And if you captured that signal, it would always work. So I'm going to take the rolling code from this garage door clicker, which is going to put it out of sync. I'm going to have forever access to my garage door by just clicking this button. So if I hit frequency analyzer, I figure out what frequency this is. It says 390, right?
If you want to stream, like the stream,
And I'm
man.
going to hit it again.
And subscribe.
Security plus here. So if I
What's up,
change
Renew?
this-
Where you from?
Well, I'll just keep it up for now. So hold this so you know I'm not using anything. I hit send. Garage is closing. Hit it again. Opening.
Jamie's on edge. It's her first time changing her own oil. But she went to AutoZone, where a friendly AutoZoner helps her find a deal.
Hit
What
it
you
again.
doing? Watching YouTube videos.
So now, every single
What you
time
doing?
I have forever access to this garage, but now, Tommy, you hit the button and show that it's not going to work. It's the left button. You have to click it as many times as I click this to get it back in sync. There you go. So now it's back in sync with this. So that is a rolling code that changes every time, but now the flipper is in sync with the garage. Everybody's got a garage door with an entrance to their house, and how many of you keep that door locked? I'm sure not many.
To see if his tactics really worked, we took him to the Pompano Beach Hood to see him in action at a barber shop off of
Are
MLK
you
Drive.
okay,
Is
man?
this your first time?
Yeah, I'm good, bro.
No, I grew up around the hood. But, I mean, it'd be my first time around a bunch of random people just trying to show them things. I don't know. We'll see.
Sir, do you want to see what this guy has in his backpack? He's got some
This thing right here, looks like a radio, right?
Yes, sir.
I could find airplanes with that. I could open a car with that. I could open
You
a
guys want
garage.
to see some wild shit? What's up, brother? So he's one of the top computer hackers in the country. What's up, brother? So he's got some shit.
I'm right. Let's make sure. You can grab a credit card through a wallet. I can show that too. Yeah, so you know, I don't know if that's RFID blocking or not, but let's say it wasn't. So you would just go up to somebody, and then boom, there's his whole credit card number.
Paul, that.
Nah.
What?
We'll blur that. We'll blur
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Just so we can get both sides of the story.
yeah.
Why are you a good hacker when there's more money and, you feel me, non-ethical hacking, whatever?
So that's a good question. I did both sides. I was
Are you
on both
okay?
sides.
What's wrong?
And I found out that
Nigga, you just seen him ask me the same question, nigga. Ain't shit wrong.
So owning
The
a
fuck?
cybersecurity company, doing things like I'm able to hack banks.
I probably gotta take a shit right now. That's about it, bro.
You know, Walmart, NASA, Amazon, Uber, they're gonna pay way bigger, man.
To clarify, what Ryan is referring to is called white hat hacking. These are good hackers that companies can hire to test their cybersecurity so they can expose the openings in their system and make their security tighter. So yes, you can get paid to ethically hack major companies.
So, what the hell is this? This is called a hack RF. These things are wild. It's like a radio, like obviously like the best way I can explain it is it's a radio that has a range from like really, really low to really, really high.
So whatever he was saying to his baby mom in the car, you heard it?
I mean, it depends on how they were talking. So let's look. So right here we can look at airplanes.
I see one over there.
Yeah, I'm pulling a lot more than one. So you see we got all these different planes. These are their call signs. That's what the airplane is. Like the one these are planes in the sky right there.
Holy
Now,
shit,
near us.
bro.
So if I
You ever
click
seen
one,
this, bro?
so if I click one of these, it tells me look that's a JetBlue flight. We're seeing its actual altitude and its exact position on the GPS moving right now. Their speed, and we can click and watch it on the map.
But like, what's something bad you could do with this?
All right, so let's do. You got a key fob on you?
I will donate 10. Donate it then, nigga.
Yeah, that's fine. I hit the lock button on there. You see that pop up? that signal. I don't know if it's on exactly the right frequency, but every time you click it, you'll see that line pop up. And I could be saving that, and as long as you're far enough away from your car, that code will work in the future, and I can go unlock.
You can unlock my car.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
So, for example, if I get out the car right here, say for example, I'm going into this house.
Yep.
And I go lock my car like everybody else does, before they leave their car somewhere. All you have to do is be standing right here and capture that signal, and as soon as I walk in that door, you can drive off with my shit.
Not drive off, but definitely open your doors. I mean, one more thing. What does this look like?
A charger.
Yeah, feel it. Tell me this is no different than. I put this orange thing on there just so I know. That's how good it is.
My speaker charges using that.
Yeah, but I'll tell you that is very dangerous. What you have in your hand right there. So our government, the NSA, had a version of that. There was $20,000 for one cable.
20,000.
Yep. I have a friend. They started making these cables. And they have computers. There's an entire computer in there. And when I plug it in, if you want to use your phone, I'll do it. I can do my own phone. And I can make it type at 800 characters per second.
Let's do it for the content.
You have to look into my baby's eyes and promise not to take his social security number.
I won't take it. So now, if I go to Wi-Fi here, OMG now comes up. So now it's your phone with power and not cord.
So this right here is the actual network that's coming from.
That's from the cable. And then now I'm waiting for it to assign an IP address, which you'll see that happen. It'll be .1.4 when it does. Just give it a second. I'm just gonna hit this button. Oh, you got it. And then it's gonna. How did you hack her? I am putting down right.
What the
I'll do it again. Watch. See how fast that types?
And he's doing this from. You doing this?
Yeah, I can do it. Watch. I can do it from over here. Yeah, clear it out. Make sure it's clear. Tell me when you're ready. You ready?
Yeah, nah. All the way over there.
Next, I have my friend, Florida rapper Jay Dirty, pull up, and he takes us into his favorite barbershop to up the ante.
This is fucking, dude. This is scary as fuck. First of all, I don't think anybody should have
I don't believe it. So
doors
he's
that
lost.
have the code.
Bitch, I wasn't asking you to stay. Get your dick sucking ass on.
I think the code shit can get hacked.
Lame ass nigga.
See what Ryan is capable of in a live situation.
Good to see you. How are you? Good to see you. Yeah, you know it for sure. It's your boy Jay Dirty, but I stay clean sometimes.
So Jay, me, Ryan.
So, man. Yeah, we'll do it.
Have you ever met a computer hacker before?
Nah, I ain't never met one.
This guy can do some crazy shit.
Yeah, I see what I'm saying, but he do it for the good, though.
I guess you want to show him some gadgets and see what you can do?
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know where to start. I don't want to. Basic first. I mean, if we do the TV, I could do it right off the mirror. Yeah.
Off the mirror? What you doing up in there?
Turn the TVs up. Let me turn them all the way out. Turn it up. You turn the volume down. Yeah, you turn it
Hey,
down.
if he hacked you, you guys are gonna call the feds, right?
So if this control that, let's see if I can turn that air conditioner off. Let's see. Oh, it's off. Oh, there it goes.
What the fuck is this magical device, bro? How was he able to do that?
What's up, Syrian, Syrian, Syrianera? What's it? What's up, Siri? I don't know how to say your name, bro, so I'm just call you Siri.
So if I turn this on though.
Credit Union One Free Checking has everything you need to bank on the go. Make deposits and more with our highly rated mobile app.
What's up,
And
Lil
get your
Pascal?
direct
What you on,
deposit
broski?
2 days sooner with CU1 Early Pay. Open your account
What's up,
in
Ret-
minutes
what's up,
at
Retro?
creditunion1.org.
Pascal, what you been up to, bro?
This is like a
the lights out. And of course, that disables everything. And you get one of the greatest lights ever. What is it?
Preaching was like a stream. Said living the dream, man, as usual. You almost at 2K sub. That's what's up. Hell yeah. Remember, I was saying I was trying to hit that shit before June. Shit, I think it'll come true. Low key. Shit, I got what, 30 days, 29 days? I think 30 days, something like that.
His servers got taken out.
Which is crazy.
Their servers got taken out. My servers got taken out.
Which is crazy because I was at what, like 1,200, 1,400 in February.
You also have a service that can protect people from getting hacked, right?
So it's preventative. So what happens is you enter your identity into the platform, like your name, your email.
See if you had some hoes bouncing around, we would have got that 2 months ago. We would have got that months ago, yeah. For sure. I'll be there soon, bro. I will be there soon. Trust me.
And we'll remove it from all the public records and locations possible.
So wait till I get moving and grooving.
How could they do that? How could you? I don't think you can do that. Once it's on the internet, it's on the internet. I don't know. I don't know because I think stuff can be removed. I think you can. I think shit can be removed.
You actually get a discount to get this to make you safe on the web. I mean, this is like, okay, if Tiger Woods was teaching golf lessons, that's the equivalent of this guy with computer security. I mean, it's a no-brainer.
So when you get big, you can be like my man Pascal from the motherfucking beginning. For sure. I think about that a lot. Like, damn, when I actually kind of get grooving from doing this shit, how many people who watch me in the beginning still gonna be watching and shit like that, you know? What's up, Oscar?
What this thing did is as soon as I screwed this in here and plugged it into power, which this could be in the bathroom, this could be in a bedroom, no one's going to detect this light bulb. It's not only connected to Wi-Fi, it's capturing all of the traffic, even though it doesn't have the password. From this light bulb, I can determine, let's say I know that this one right here is an iPhone. If that disappears, I know you're not home anymore, so then I can come in the house. All I need to do is get this light bulb in. What do you think about that?
To me, what strikes me is just, I mean, that's what I think is amazing about a hacker is how subtle things can be. That you have no idea anything that's going on.
If people want to get, like, they want to just, get inspired in the cybersecurity space, I would recommend starting with the Sean Ryan Show. Obviously, my Instagram and TikTok, but mostly Instagram is where I post the most. I put out little clips like, this gadget does this, or be careful of this. And if I don't teach people how to do things in those videos, but I show you what that, the concept. And if you want to learn about it, then you're more than capable of learning on your own. But I just make a point to not teach people how to commit crimes. I just let them know that they exist.
All right, folks. So that was an inside look into the world of hacking. Stay safe out there. Do yourself a favor. Click that link in the description. And make sure your footprint is scrubbed. Whether it's bad actors out there, or the government, or somewhere in between looking into you, stay clean. I'll see you guys next week. Peace.
That's wild stuff, man.
With Chewy Pharmacy, get all your pet medications at low prices every day. High five. Chewy.
Team Killer doesn't really just being reported. That might be good. A Team Killer might be good. Let's see it. Oh my God! All right. Team Killer doesn't realize he's being recorded. I love when I don't know they're being recorded. I love that. YouTube, how are you? Let's go.
This is 19-year-old Hollis Daniels. He just got arrested and has somehow managed to sneak a gun into jail.
You have a family, Nicole? Whoa, 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 whoa. Are you old?
And this is where all hell breaks loose. The moment this happens, the entire police station goes into lockdown as officers scramble to make sense of the situation. They have no idea who did this and how something like this can even happen. Hollis, on the other hand, was by this time long gone and thought he was going to get away with it. Little did he know his heinous crime was being recorded every step of the way by hidden cameras. Now the chase was on to catch this cold-blooded teen killer.
Holy shit, bro, what?
You know, it's funny, my mom called me and said, Reed, are you okay? There's been a shooting, and they say it's you. And immediately then I knew I'm going to go for the rest of my life.
At around 1 a.m. on the 8th of October, Hollis Daniels got into an argument with his friends. Allegedly, Hollis had stolen his friend Leo's gun and at one point even threatened him with it. As Hollis left the house that evening, Leo called the police, telling them exactly what happened, and Hollis was pulled over at around 1:30 a.m. Had the traffic stop you're about to see ended even slightly differently, Officer Floyd East Jr. might still be alive to this day.
What's going on, dude? Mom's police department. Where are we coming from? We got a call about you causing disturbance. Yeah, over at your friend's house. What's your friend's name? Leo? Okay, why is Leo calling us telling us you're messing with him?
I have no idea. I guess you can. I don't know. That's just.
Okay. You have any guns or any weapons in there? Any drugs, anything like that? Step out here and talk to me, okay?
Do? Let me text my
Yeah,
man real quick.
You killed my cop in cold blood!
After stepping out, Hollis tells the officers that he did get into an argument with his friends, even getting thrown onto the floor at one point. However, he's adamant that he didn't steal anything from them, especially not a gun. The cops, though, aren't so sure, and want to search his vehicle to prove him wrong.
No, got that down, got that.
Care if we search your vehicle? Yes, sir. You don't want to search your vehicle?
Yeah, not because I don't know, it's not necessary.
No, it is necessary, because right now you're involved in an investigation. That's why I'm asking if you have a gun in you.
No.
I cannot put your vehicle or a gun. Yes, sir. Okay, then hang on to me. We're gonna go there and see what's going on the left side when we get back over here.
Okay.
As Hollis didn't give consent to search, the officers never ended up looking inside his vehicle. It could have been argued they had probable cause, but
Why would you not pat
Good,
down
yeah, I'm
somebody
good, Golden King.
that did it? It's probably in his ankle or some, or his ball sack or something. Well, did you see that? They do that quick around by the belt. Yeah, but that's for regular. I'm talking about
Damn,
this guy was pulled in.
I could
He
have
said
been boosting my
that he
shit.
might have stole a gun.
Fuck.
Like, this isn't some regular, like, oh, we gotta check, like.
in this situation, the officers must have thought it was a gray area and let it slide. Sources say that it's very likely Hollis did indeed have the gun with him in the car, and that a search would have likely recovered the weapon and saved Officer Floyd's life. But instead, Hollis was given a friendly send-off and allowed to return back home.
Yeah, you said it's everything? Or you said that I said that?
Yeah, that's what I told you.
I mean, it's clear. I don't even know if I can say that. What you put Aaron for?
The very next evening, a call came in from a student saying that they'd heard a gunshot and saw another student holding a gun. The cops, of course, took this extremely seriously, as they were worried that he might...
Wait, if you were a patient at any Illinois behavioral health facility, including Timberline Knolls, Park Grove Hospital, or any UHS or Acadia facility, this
might harm himself or others on the campus. So at 5:59 p.m., Officer Floyd East Jr. conducted a welfare check with his partner.
Texas Police Department, we're keying in.
Inside, Hollis was nowhere to be seen, but the officers did manage to wake up his roommate, whom they were able to question about Hollis's whereabouts.
Hey, what's up, man? What's your name? Andy. Andy? Is that who we're looking for? No, we're looking for Hollis. I just woke up. I'm sorry. That's okay. What do you know about your partner that lives in this room down here?
Despite the lack of information, though, it wouldn't take long for the cops to find something extremely unnerving that confirms their suspicions.
There's a gun right here. A revolver. CO2.
Unfortunately for the cops, this isn't the weapon that they're looking for. It's actually just a CO2 gun, and the cops eventually end up coming dry on any real firearms or evidence that one has been discharged here. However, they don't stop on their search, and they instead happen on something that worries them even more.
Probably is some drug paraphernalia in there, but we can't tell from plain view, so we'll just go ahead and seize all that. And I don't know what those pills are, but there's another in there. And when I was looking inside this box, it looks like there's a little bag with some marijuana, maybe.
The cops found small amounts of marijuana and a larger quantity of X concealed in a bottle that was supposed to be for antibiotics. According to his friends, Hollis had recently developed an addiction for X and was illegally obtaining it alongside smoking weed to supposedly treat his anxiety. If that was indeed the case, imagine how nervous he must have felt when he returned home at 6:29 p.m. to see 4 police officers searching his dorm.
Hang on, what's your name, bud?
What's your name? Andreas. No, it's not. What? No, what's going on?
We've already talked to your other 3 roommates. We know what they look like.
Yeah.
That was a good try, though. Hey. Stand up for me real quick. Do you have any weapons or anything with you? Interlace your fingers on top of your head.
This is the first of 2 searches that will be conducted on Hollis, marking the most pivotal points in this case. From this point onwards, he's never let out of the officer's sight, and he never retrieves a gun from anywhere. It would later come to light that at this very moment, he had a loaded .45 caliber pistol concealed in his waistband. A search should confirm that, but watch what happens when they start to pat him down.
Spread your feet out a little for me. What's all in this bucket?
Money.
Money? I can take it out.
Yeah.
Is it okay to just empty out all your pockets while we're doing this?
You
Don't move your hands.
Is that necessary?
I'm asking you a question.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Somehow, the officers don't find the gun that'll be used to shoot one of these officers.
How? It's one of those it's a weird fluke thing. It slipped through the cracks. He brings a loaded 45 and he kills his poor cop. Oh my God.
In just 1 hour from now.
Oh my
But the
God.
cops are clearly still suspicious. He gave a fake name and seems extremely nervous while being searched, tentatively asking to avoid searching in certain places.
So what's going on with all the stuff in your room?
I smoke pot sometimes, and I have a few people's bills in there, sir.
So all that stuff in yours?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So you don't have a prescription for pen? Because that's a lot for one person.
While he's not in cuffs, Hollis seems remarkably calm. So while he's relaxed, they ask him a couple questions about the weapons before they throw him in cuffs.
I do have a pellet gun, but it's not a little. Yeah, we saw that too.
I dare you to let me build you a completely free e-commerce store preloaded with 20 hand-picked products that are trending all over the world.
Shut up, nigga.
Okay. Well, what do you use the CO2 gun for? Honestly, I haven't even loaded it here. Back home, we used to just shoot squirrels and stuff. I thought it'd be kind of fun, but then I realized I got here, there's not many squirrels here either. Then we also have a report of the gunshot. There's no gunshot. You're here. That's what we're told by who? Somebody that heard it. So, yeah. Oh, no, yeah. I wasn't even here last night. I was over at my buddy, 28th Street. What time did the shot go off?
Nigga, which country you belong? Nigga, which country do I belong to? Where I'm from, you bitch ass nigga.
Did they write you a ticket or anything?
From your mama house, pussy. The fuck?
They thought that I stole their gun.
From America, nigga.
Then they want to search my car. You can look and I see
With your real extra bitch ass.
what time you pulled me over. And I
What's
bet
up,
you
Sebastian?
time you bet shot in the 44 won't actually.
Where you from, gang?
That was it.
When the cops checked the reports, it turned out he was telling the truth, and the body cam from last night's traffic stop backs this story up. At this point, the cops could start to connect the dots. A kid accused of stealing a gun is now being accused of shooting it at university. It could definitely be assumed that something's gone overlooked. Either way, Hollis has been found in possession of multiple illegal drugs, so the cops
Oxnard.
finally decide to arrest him.
Where the fuck's that? Seattle?
I don't know. We'll have to do it. All depends on the weight and how much of the pills there are to kind of determine the.
The cops then start a second pat down, one that Hollis remembers vividly. He says he felt the officer check just millimeters away from the weapon, but somehow never finding it. Hollis was then escorted from his dorm into a squad car, where Officer Floyd tragically missed another opportunity to stop what happened to him in just 50 minutes. As Hollis sits down in the patrol car, Officer Floyd hears a strange noise.
I'll be trying to get one mail. What was that big thump? Oh, my handcuffs.
That noise wasn't his handcuffs at all. It was actually the sound of his gun falling down the leg of his pants and hitting the floor. As well as lying through his teeth, he was even able to reach down and fully conceal the gun back in his pants before finishing his journey to the Texas Tech PD. When they arrived, a 30-minute countdown full of tragic and negligent mistakes would begin to take place. At 12 minutes past 7, one of the officers says that if Hollis continues to cooperate, they'll remove his handcuffs.
Cooperate with me. I'm going to pull these cuffs off a little bit, okay?
And 2 minutes later, at 14 minutes past, the officers make good on their promise and take his handcuffs off. 90 seconds later, Hollis and Officer Floyd enter a room to run through some paperwork and are left alone. There is no footage of another search taking place before or after they enter this room together. At 7:44 p.m., Hollis asks Officer Floyd 3 questions.
Your family home? Yeah. 2 kids. Pretty old.
It's
What's up, Artistic? Welcome.
Kill this guy in cold blood. This is pure evil, bro. He's gonna execute this guy. For no reason. This guy did nothing. He's gonna kill this poor bastard for no reason in the cold blood. Like you think you're gonna get away
Nigga,
with
why the
this?
fuck is your name Four Stroke Beam? Matter of fact, don't even answer that shit.
no incentive, and all it did was make him look like a complete and total psychopath.
Y'all be
Like
having
he
some
wanted him to
insane
know
names
the
on there.
damage that he was about to cause and the lives that he was about to ruin. 4 seconds pass before he reaches into his sock and takes a deep breath. The shot echoed through the station, alerting officers nearby. By the time they arrived, Floyd was already dead.
Four Stroke motorbike. Oh, okay, cool. Thought it was some other shit.
Anything the guy was nice to him, oh yeah, I'll take the post off. If anything he was nice to. What happened to this fucking maniac? Now I wanna know what happened to him.
And Hollis was nowhere to be seen.
So what you
Assuming Floyd's body cam to be the only
you
camera
ride
in
dirt
the room,
bikes,
he
I'm guessing.
grabbed it and fled, with no idea that the entire incident had been recorded on this hidden surveillance camera. Despite the suspect being gone, cops knew there could only be one suspect, and they immediately placed the campus on lockdown and began a 2-hour-long manhunt for an armed teen killer.
658, the PD is not secure. Got an officer down and shot in our briefing room. We don't know where the suspect went. He's about a 19-year-old white male, skinny, blue jeans,
Appreciate it. Like the stream.
t-shirt.
Like the stream. Make sure you subscribe,
Put on
man.
his jeans from the knees down. Blue jeans and a white t-shirt? Yeah, and he's got facial hair.
Can you relay the information one more time?
Yeah.
Sorry, just so we can get all the perimeter units clear on what we're looking for.
What's his last name? Daniels. Daniels, last name, first name Hollis.
After securing the area, detailing a full and proper description of Hollis, and searching the campus for a total of 90 minutes, Hollis was eventually found and apprehended without further injury. When he was finally caught, he said cold-bloodedly that he was, quote, the one that shot their friend. He was found carrying Floyd's body cam and a loaded .45 caliber pistol. At every turn, Hollis got as lucky as he possibly could have, while Floyd got the opposite. After being caught, Hollis also told the officers that he'd done something f***ed up and illogical, implying that he had some remorse for what happened. However, a phone call to his family recorded at 11:14 that night showed that the only thing he regretted was being caught.
I'm getting on the phone with the criminal defense attorney. I would really advise you not to say anything.
Yeah, on the call, I haven't been saying anything. I haven't been saying anything really. But there's pretty solid proof against me, and it's the problem.
I know that, Richard, and I know that you think that doesn't matter, but
If you want to stream, like the stream for me, man.
You know me, Carrie, you know me. I'm not gonna say. I supported someone who assaulted me yesterday. I said no, he didn't assault me. You know me. I'm not gonna say anything that would jeopardize that.
I'm just saying it. I love you, and you'll get through this.
Yeah, it's my dumb fault that I shouldn't have done this anyway. I'm stupid.
Hollis's demeanor in the
What the fuck?
You could have done anything with this
This
time.
stream,
Wiled it
like
away,
the motherfucking stream,
idle and
nigga.
still. Instead,
Like the stream, cause I'm streaming.
you came here.
Try zero-free for 30 days.
What do you mean?
This call is frankly terrifying. It's almost as if he's talking to his family about the drug charge and not the first-degree murder charge. And the biggest issue on his mind seems to be being kicked out of school.
This may be a little more extreme. I think that they're probably going to kick me out of Texas Tech High School. And I think that they're... Huh?
After this call, he was taken by police to an interrogation room, where it seems the reality of the situation finally hits him.
Well, you guys know the whole story. What do you think is the most likely possible outcome?
Well, I don't know the whole story.
Well, hold on. I'm just.
I know.
It's a bad situation. I got it. Okay. You know, this morning my mom called me and said, "Rick, are you okay? There's been a shooting, and they say it's you." And immediately then I knew, I'm going to go for the rest of my life. I'm out of college.
You know what? We gotta figure this out first, okay?
Yes, sir.
Rightly, Hollis isn't even trying to defend himself. He knows he's done something horrifying and is going to pay the price for it. But the detectives are still plagued with the question of why on earth he did what he did. So they ask him to recount the moment where he took Floyd's life.
So
Why the fuck you
I
keep
got
saying
back
my
to my
devices
dorm.
offline?
There
That's
were
blowing me.
police officers in there. They busted me for
Appreciate it. Like the stream. What's up, Edgar?
and
Edgar
took me back
edits.
to the station.
Where you from, my nigga?
And I just in my head I thought, I can't have this third strike against me. This is gonna be it. You know what I mean? Not thinking logically, and so I did something very illogical, and regret it deeply, and I don't know ever how I'll ever make
I
up
just
for it.
appreciate you for subbing, broski.
That kind of cover
On the way to
what you're
2K, you feel me?
That literally doesn't explain anything. You're getting your third strike or whatever, you're gonna be in trouble with marijuana. So you literally murder someone? Like, what? Like, oh, what? This guy doesn't give a fuck. He's a psycho. Imagine just you're sitting there and there was just gonna be a charge that is you smuggle a gun, you get lucky enough that they don't find it, and Can you execute this poor bastard?
Hollis seems to be seeking approval from the detectives. It genuinely does seem as though he feels guilty for what he did.
He definitely
He's putting
does.
himself down and asking the detective if what he said.
Where you from,
was
Edgar?
enough.
I was taking my to the police station, and something just clicked in my head, and I said, I can't do this. I can't go back like this. But then I made a worse decision to go back and do something that I thought I could. I'm just ready to go to jail, call my parents. I really would like to call my parents because they were thinking about me because I saw it on the news.
He's stuttering, repeating himself, and all he wants to do is call his parents. Hollis is starting to shut down, overwhelmed with shame, regret, and guilt. The longer this conversation goes on for, the more you have to wonder what compelled him to take that officer's life in the way that he did. And you've got to imagine his parents are thinking the very same thing.
Oh, it's there.
Hey, Dad, it's me, Reed.
Reed, honey, are you okay?
I'm okay. I'm very safe. I'm with some very nice people right now, and I'm in trouble, and I messed up badly.
Oh, Reed,
What's up, Jay Hass?
I love you so much.
Where you from, broski?
You'll be there tonight around 11. I was thinking all over. I can't drive right now. I can't drive right now.
W stream.
I want to come see you.
Appreciate that, Scarl Vids. Baltimore. Shout out Baltimore, Maryland.
I do know it, and it doesn't make sense, and I'm sorry.
I'm assuming you're a Ravens fan.
I'm sorry I brought
Yo, if you in the stream, like the stream and subscribe, man. That was a day pretty good. I slept most of the day, I ain't gonna front, so I ain't really do shit.
They're gonna put me away for a little while, and
W stream, good night to you too, Edgar. Appreciate that, bro.
Yes, sir. I love you, Dad.
How was your day, Jay?
25 to life. Plus.
The noob ninja, what's up, bro?
Random, off-topic.
Where you from, Scarl Vids?
I've seen this happen a handful of times. Just a handful.
Appreciate y'all on this bitch showing
Father
love, man.
calls his son honey. It's a weird thing with it. A dad does not call a boy honey. It just, you don't do that. It's a weird dynamic, and I've seen it before in real life. Almost as weird as calling your dad father. I would think father over that. Hello, father. Well, how about this? Hello, son. Son is. But someone saying
You
father.
say, nigga, I don't even know what that means.
Crazy. I don't like the whole like. How about that? Like it's like maybe something you would address a girl. Like I've seen this firsthand where there's like a dad calling his son like honey and sweetie.
Other stuff. I mean, look, that would be the responsible thing to do, is to give me jail time, and then maybe I can go for parole. But that's just gonna change.
I have 700 million.
Buddy, you killed a cop. Bro, you're going to jail for life. Bro, he might get the death penalty. Yeah, you think?
You have 700 million. What? Socks and drawers, nigga. What car you got?
You're either doing
Shit, I got a Ferrari. Just rename it shit that we don't have, I guess.
No judge will ever let you out of jail. With his kids. You're going life without the possibility. Or you're going death row.
All of that's up to the district attorney's office.
This is Texas, bro. Bro, you want to fuck around in Texas? That's the last place you want to fuck around. All right? That's a motherfucking bright red state. Texas? They'll fry your ass. This ain't
What's your
Chicago.
favorite game?
This ain't Jersey or New York or fucking St. Louis with that pussy bullshit.
Yeah, y'all know who I do it for. I'm the real deal. Lines come 2 for 4.
So I'm not
Protect
listening to
your
him, bro.
family's dreams under our roof.
What you mean, what's my
American
favorite
Family
game?
Insurance.
Like video game?
Texas, it's
Favorite video game ever would probably be, I guess, between 3 GTA, Call of Duty, and 2K. Some shit that I've played since I was a kid, I guess. Need for Speed would be in my top 5. But yeah, how old am I? 25, bro.
Motive for all of this, though, would be the biggest mystery of all. Some say it was influenced by his addiction. Some say that he had undiagnosed mental problems, or a combination of the two. At the end of the day, it's all speculation, and we can only turn to what he said in court. It doesn't make sense. I thought I was stuck. I thought it was all over. I thought this was an opportunity to go out, to commit suicide. There was no rational line of thought that I had. He also told the court that he wanted to go out with a bang.
Yo, appreciate it. Just like the stream. Make sure y'all subscribe when y'all like the stream, man.
That he thought about. It seems as though Hollis panicked. He was scared about the consequences of the drug charges and was influenced by drugs, mental issues, or something else to take the absolute worst route possible. After dodging 3 separate searches
for
and
committing
almost being
cold-blooded
caught
murder.
multiple times, he might have even thought that this was meant to be. He turned a simple possession of narcotics charge into a first-degree murder charge, and now he's facing the death sentence. When asked why the jury should spare him, he said, "I think it's totally fair to say life for life, but then on the other hand, I think about my family, and the truth is, I'm biased in my own favor. I don't want to die. Not anymore." After deliberating for 3 days, a jury eventually concluded that Hollis should serve life in prison without the possibility of parole.
So he's not. I mean, bro, that's no
What's up,
fucking
Femai?
walk either. Give life without the possibility.
Oh, Fami.
About that. You're gonna die in prison, and you're just with dudes. You're gonna die in prison. Can you at any point get like a contract? Like, can you like? Not at that level. I don't think so. Really? There's no like. Okay, we'll give you like 10 minutes every year or so. I think at that point, first of all, you just have to straight up be like, yeah, I'm gonna be with guys.
Can you stand up for me? Hell no.
You gotta just accept the fact that yeah, I'm with dudes now. You're just switching teams. You have to. What the fuck? You're never gonna be in society. You're gonna be in jail for life without the possibilities. Then you're gonna be like, I'm fucking dudes now. This is the craziest thing you've ever done. No, it's not. I hope it's wrong. No, it's not. You gotta accept the fact.
Please
bro.
stand. I will sub.
No.
No.
What conjugal
Niggas either you gonna sub or you ain't gonna sub. Nigga ain't no ultimatums here. The fuck?
We believe credit union one for a lot of great things. You need a
Obviously, you ain't never tuned in there, bro.
You decide you want to buy
Don't do
a car
ultimatums.
and
Either sub or get your bitch ass on. Appreciate you though, gangster.
Hello, YouTube.
Cash out, well, don't know. Are you asking me to pin it, Kane? Is that what you asking? Alright, I'll pin it. Give me a minute.
This one's 5 old heads that still got it. Oh, we want to see the old dudes knock out the young guys. Yeah, that's always fun. Is this just gonna be?
You better not be one of them niggas that's gonna try to send me some bullshit, boy. One of them weak ass niggas. Trying to send me requests for fucking bread. Or I'ma bang your ass.
I'm being very honest with you. Can I be honest with you? Yeah. I see that, and I'm not. And again, whatever the preference you are, it's none of my business. Where did that come It's none of my business, and whatever you want to do, that's your business. I see that, and I just think
What's up, Laura? What's up, Laura?
Like, so you see that
Like the stream for me if you're on the stream.
He likes.
What's up, Game Over?
That's where my mind goes. Yeah.
What's up, Kibi?
I don't know why.
Where y'all from?
First reaction.
Jamie's on edge. It's her first time changing her own oil, but she went to AutoZone, where a friend.
This guy's got no business. This guy's got no business being in there at all. Bro, how do you just stop the fight?
I'm a new sub. Appreciate that. Where you from, Kiwi?
Why is everyone gay to you?
What's up, Daily Dose Info?
Okay, so what are you saying?
What's up with you, broski?
Okay, tell me what you're
Long
saying.
time no see, for real, for real. Beef labeling, supervision, duties, delegation, law. What the fuck are you talking about, album?
First of all, this guy, this kid with the tarantula on his back or whatever the fuck that is, the Black Widow, whatever it is, this guy can't defend himself. Why would you get into the ring with another person? You can't defend yourself.
Come away from trying to fight.
He can't defend himself, this guy.
Jesus fucking Christ. Just knocked him out. What the fuck are these? What the fuck are these? What are these, like emojis? Emotes? Like, what are these? Keep on the great work. Appreciate that, Kiwi. You know I'll keep it up, bro. Like the stream for me, if you didn't already. He gonna try to knock you out.
Why would you get in there like that? That was. Why would you can't fight? Why would you be in there?
Tree, what's up, baby? Hang on, what's right? Oh, Doug. I appreciate it. Thanks, Tree.
What's this guy's name? Hitman? Hitman?
Got yourself a light. Shit, appreciate that, brother. I appreciate that, man. That's love.
Why do you see the sneakers in this guy's in bare feet? I never understood that. Like, I'm not going to give you the advantage. I'm not going to be in bare feet. Matter of fact, I'm wearing steel-toe boots. Why are you going barefoot outside? I mean,
I don't know what the fuck you keep coming in here, putting messages and deleting them for, nigga. Stop doing that dumb ass shit. Fuck with you like 8 or some shit, nigga. Cut it the fuck out.
bro, okay. That's one of the most disturbing things I've ever watched. Like, number one, our rule is, our rule of college power here. You don't go near this guy. You don't fight that person. You don't go near this guy. This guy shows up, you get in your car and go home. Because, yeah, no. Jesus Christ, man. All right.
Hey, real quick. This man, 48 years old. Winner.
His ear exploded. You're right. His ear exploded. Cartilage pop. Cartilage, yeah. Remember this guy? Oh boy, David. Remember this guy? We've seen this guy fight. We saw this fight already. shit out of that guy. And then I don't understand why you don't the guy up like when they're fighting. And then some of the fights they're wearing like full blown like boxing gloves. Then some fights they're just wearing these. I think that was a boxing match. The ones for once I think that was a boxing match. These are like I don't know what.
Our passions don't fade with age. So when the body needs some help keeping up with the heart, there's home instead for a better what's next.
And welcome back to this U.S. Open office plant.
Miller just lobbed a message way over Jones's head using some technical jargon.
Or what? These I guess you could take someone down. It's UFC rules. I'm not following. Why are they doing? Like, is this? Maybe you're not. Maybe you can't take somebody down in this one. I don't know. Oh, maybe it's like a kickboxing. Kickboxing rules. Oh, it's a kickboxing. Okay. So kickboxing. Okay, kickboxing you can't obviously wrestle. No, kickboxing is like you can kick and punch. Yeah. Okay. And then but it's like boxing, but you can kick. Obviously. Yeah. So what UFC is basically everything. It's MMA. It's mixed martial arts. You can do. Kick it to the ground, wrestle, punch, whatever, yeah. That guy's exhausted. Look at him out. He's hanging out. He's exhausted. He's totally exhausted, this guy. He's totally exhausted.
Oh.
Some of the comments, some of the chat just said, look at all those future astronauts in the crowd. I don't understand why.
Where, guys? That's your very fun.
Like the douche.
Everyone, someone to me. Thank you.
Dude, first of all, this guy looks like he's like 6'8". It looks like someone's dad or uncle. Look at this guy. Why does the ref insist being shirtless? And it's not even like you have a good physique. Like, what are you doing, dude? I never got that whole. Never we would see that when we watched a lot of these street beats, like beats. I'm like, why do the officials have to be topless? I never got that. Why do you? Stop saying men are topless. What are they? They're shirtless. A woman is topless. Does it matter? That matters. Doesn't matter. So I should say what? I'll say shirtless. All right. Why do these guys insist on being shirtless when they're the official? guy should be fighting. I think that listen. We know how this is gonna end, and he's gonna knock the snot out of this big guy. Holy shit! Yo, that was pure power. He just came at him throwing bombs. So now you're shirtless and you're fucking up the referee? First of all, that's fine. They were running it back. Did you stop the fight? Did you not stop the fight? The guy's life was on the line. All right, go ahead. All right, let's see. Would you stop this fight? Let's see. So, is this an MMA? What? I don't know which rules this is. So you don't just stop it right away. No, I'm saying he hit the guy when he was down. You stepped in and you stopped the fight. No, look, watch, ready? Okay, see? His hands are going out. He's not just knocked out. See? You don't just break that fight up. This is the fight. Why would you break that up? This is a whole, like, the ref completely fucked this up. Why would you stop that? Bro, that's your definition of attacking? You weren't really attacking. The guy came to you like a, you know, you're getting attacked. Like you yeah. What do you like? First of all, he rang this guy's bell. This guy's not in the right frame of mind right now. He's just saying crazy shit. I was attacking him. You were backpedaling. You were getting punched. Okay, whatever. I have to say something. I'm sorry. I have to say this. What? You know what I can't fucking stand? I can't fucking stand grown men doing this. Alright, now you've gone too far. No, I can't say that. You've gone too far. You know what I'm saying though? No. I don't agree with that. No. Grown men going like this.
To look like Queso,
I've
but
seen you do
brown.
this. Are you high? I've seen you do
I
that.
mean, not even remotely close.
First of all, he's like
Dick eating ass nigga.
Like what? Bro. Listen, usually
Appreciate you for commenting though, Jason.
I think the straw thing is a little out of control. You said don't use a straw because it looks like you're sucking a little sponge. Grown men should not use straws. So that I'm already like my caveat. My caveat to that is fast food drinks. How to give it to you with the straw? That's a different scenario. If you're sitting somewhere at a bar or something, yeah, grown men are not drinking out of straws. You also said don't wear shorts. I said there's a time and a place for shorts. I just feel like I don't know what these like. There's never.
What's up, RCMG?
No, what? No. The scenario here is clearly you know what's
If you in the
going
stream,
on,
like the stream and subscribe, man.
That's what I don't like. You know
Like the
what's going
fucking
on.
stream,
You just got
nigga.
the shit kicked out of you. You're going, what happened? You know what happened, bro. Let's see what the fuck happened. He lost his contact? He lost his mouthpiece. Remember, you begged to keep this fight going. Remember, you begged it. Remember, you wanted this.
Right here.
Nah, bro. Can I be honest with you? Look at this guy. Bro, can I be honest with you? This big dude with the tats and everything, this guy doesn't want to be here. I'm not fighting this guy, bro. No. Look at this guy.
fighting anybody.
Oh, he dropped his ass.
You can't just start punching the back of the head, bro. That's rapid punching. I think that guy fell. That was kind of cool the way he went down. I like that. I mean, bro, he got knocked out for 0.2 seconds and got right back up. He bounced somewhere like he's on a trampoline. How are you letting him do this to his head? Yeah, you stopped the fight for no reason, but you don't stop this? You're so worried about walking around with your shirt off and trying to look sexy. Rest the fight. Nobody wants to see you with your fucking areola nipples, bro. Put a shirt on. You fucking straight. Nobody wants to see you with your fucking areola head.
What's up, Hassan?
For no reason, but you don't stop this? You're so worried about walking around with your shirt off and trying to look sexy. Rest the fight. Nobody wants to see you with your fucking areola nipples, bro. Put a shirt on. You fucking disgrace.
Fucking disgrace. Told you, Hassan, I'm from Chicago, bro. What the fuck was that? Then I just opened. I'm tripping.
What? Unpulled his hair. Well, dude, that's your own fault. You want to walk around looking like Farrah Fawcett from 1974. You know what I'm saying? No, I don't know what that reference is. What are you talking about? Yeah, I don't know. You can't be walking around with ladies' hair like that in a street fight. Okay, that makes more sense. You can't be walking around with feminine ladies flowing blonde locks like you're at the beach and there's a breeze going, and you know what I mean? And you're in street beats. You deserve to get your hair pulled. The fuck, man?
What the fuck is this?
I'm Kristi Noem, the United States Secretary of Homeland Security. Thank you, President Donald J. Trump, for securing
Smell that or no?
Real quick, this man's 55 years old.
God damn. Bro, it's not holding back.
This bitch is like 1080p. Won't do forget croissant. I fuck with you for that, whoever the fuck you is. I can't read your name because it's in like Chinese or whatever, but what's up, bro? Did you use to stream 2K? Nah, Rev Rush. Just started streaming not too long ago. You one of them niggas that's gonna mistake me for somebody else, which I'm already knowing. But nah, I ain't used to stream 2K. Damn, this shit slow as hell. Why is this camera so bogus? This bitch horrible. What's up, Navy? I'm good. How are you? Make sure you like the stream and subscribe if you want to. Especially my man that said bonjour, baguette, croissant. Damn, this computer get hot fast as hell. Oh, do you remember me? Chiche? Nah, I don't think so. When was you in here? Was you in here before? Guess I'm guessing you are. You said, do you remember me? HP Jumpstart. So I don't know what that is. Steam.
Say the guy's name. Let's go with it. Can I get a shout out? What the hell is that guy's name? What was he called? Called him old school? What they call? Oh, bucket list. Sorry.
I've seen it before. I'm asking, like, was you in the stream before?
Set that putter
That's
for
really
way
what
too
I'm
long.
asking.
You know what's better than that trusty old putter? Sinking putts. Welcome to Scottsdale. 9 insert models with a super stroke grip to fit your game. You know what's better than sweet memories? Sinking putts.
Lesson number 3.
And I ask
They
you.
won't throw your fit out there.
You
until
asked me
feel
what?
it in here.
Oh, fuck, I gotta click on that video.
And that's something right here, Jack. I have every single flavor of Mr. Beast's. Oh, Feastables. I read about these. I saw them. I did. Now, what we're gonna do? There's 7 different flavors. We're gonna try them, and we're gonna rank them on this tier list. We have all the flavors. We have 7 flavors.
Nah, you got me.
The original milk chocolate.
I'm saying this. Okay, where you from, Chiche?
There's a crunch one.
I think I remember your name. Okay, it sounds familiar.
You're a fan of dark chocolate? Oh, yeah. Okay. The new crunch one, it's like a thinner one. Nice. And then peanut butter. And the peanut butter. And then the peanut butter, I'm looking forward to the peanut butter. That looks
Like the stream for me, Chiche. Philippines.
Okay, so this is the first one we're starting with. The original milk.
When was the last time you was in the stream though?
Let's see.
That's my question,
I'm
okay?
my honest opinion, Chad. I'm not gonna sugarcoat this. I like the texture so far. Very clean. Very clean. Oh yeah. It's very good flavor. A lot of chocolate. This is the milk chocolate. It's absolutely delicious and it's very creamy. I love it. Can I give you my first initial? Go ahead. I actually wanted to go A on that. I'm going A. A?
It's
wrong,
like I
man?
don't want to immediately go, oh, no, listen. I think it's a solid chocolate bar.
It's solid. It's delicious. It's
Same, I
creamy.
guess.
I absolutely love it. That's an A. That's an A for me. I'm going to tell you right now. As you
I
know,
forgot.
I'm not
Like the
really
stream
into,
for me,
like,
broski.
candy and stuff like that.
I think I remember you though, bro.
Yeah.
But
from time to
don't
time,
forget,
I
it
do
be
enjoy
a fair amount of people in here. Not a lot, not a whole lot, but enough for me to forget certain people when they ain't been in my stream in a minute.
Buy a bar like this and put it in the refrigerator. I like it a
You
little
were sleepy.
cold. I think that's delicious. I love doing
Oh, if it was,
and like I said, I try to
hold
watch
on.
weight, so I don't really eat a lot of
If it was one of them streams where I was like type sleep, then
buy that. That's very good. And I give it that's a solid A.
more than likely,
I'm not exaggerating, like, that is.
I probably do remember you, bro.
I've never tried.
It just take me some time. And you said you're from the Philippines, so
It's a solid A.
it's like
Almond, chocolate and almond.
What's your, wait, top 3 nuts? Pause. Top 3.
All right, listen, if we just, so I love cashews.
Yeah.
I love peanuts. I love a good peanut. I do like almonds. And believe it or not, I'm just throwing some out there. I don't know.
Throw it out.
I like macadamia nuts.
God damn it, that was what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Cashew, macadamia nut.
$48 for like a thing this big. They get that shit from Hawaii.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Okay,
Let's fucking go.
here's the
man.
almond. Let's try this.
Oh man. Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. All right. I love almond. I love it.
Almond chocolate? I've never had an almond chocolate.
That's good.
Oh man.
So I'm
Wait, I kind of want to lower this now.
No, I don't want to lower it. I'm not gonna disrespect the milk chocolate.
The almond adds to it. Like, it makes it better. Like, I kind of want to, like, to me, this looks right. But I don't know. What do you think?
I mean, now that I've had the almond,
you
it's better.
said.
I'm thinking A, and then the regular one is a
And I
B, a
asked
solid
if
B.
you were
I'm
sleepy.
solid.
You
You know what? I'm in
said
agreement.
yes.
I'll stay there with you. All right,
I
next
fuck
up,
around, I do remember you,
We
bro.
have the
I ain't gonna lie.
crunch.
I mean, with a name like TJ, it'd be hard to forget your name up front.
no.
When you see that on the back, bro,
Dude, I don't want to say anything, but I might be okay. I'm not gonna say it until I taste it, but I love the. Oh my god, a good crunch. Okay.
I dare you to let me build you a completely free e-commerce store preloaded with 20 handpicked products that are trending all over the world, basically validated by AI from a trending product database from one of the top vendors on the planet. And the reason that we can do this.
Do you play some games, like video games?
Okay.
Not on stream, nah.
Well,
I'm gonna get into that though.
Are you serious? Dude, you fucking nailed it, bro. By the way, I'm taking these home with me, and I'm gonna put them in the fridge. No, I am. I'm not gonna leave these. Fuck that. I'm taking them home. I'm gonna put them in the fridge.
you know what?
That's delicious.
Hold on, this is interesting. Because I've seen a few people so far be like, oh, this is an ad, El promo, whatever. They think that we're, like, exaggerating. That's how I know you haven't tried this. That's how I know you have not tried this. Dude, I'm not kidding when I say this.
What the hell are you talking about? I just got here.
I have nothing to
You said to me, you want to try it? We never do this.
Hold on. I have nothing to gain from this. This is better than a Crunch Bar, bro.
Jesus
I have
Christ.
nothing to gain from
Oh
this.
my God.
This is better than a Crunch Bar. It is.
I'm not. First of all,
Have another bite of it.
I'm not. Oh my God. Dude. No.
Dude, that's an S. That's an S. It's a fucking S.
That crunch shit. I don't know, dude.
Holy shit.
Very good, man. Very, very good. I'm impressed.
What the fuck is Mr. Beast cooking up over there, bro? Next one up, cookies and cream. What's your take on cookies and cream? Oh,
Typically not my favorite.
hold on.
Typically
Look
not.
at this color.
I know. Typically not my favorite, though. Me personally.
Let's see.
Can you turn what? Subtext in studios.
Bro, I tell you
Yeah.
about me the very first thing.
I know what you're gonna say.
It's not too sweet. Usually this is too sweet. It makes me sick to my stomach when I've ever had this. This is not too sweet.
I thought you were gonna say it's creamy.
Oh,
It is.
it is creamy, but it's the right amount of sweetness.
actually can't, bro.
That's delicious, bro. I don't know where to put that. I'm stuck between an A and a B. I'm in the middle of both. I like A for it. It was as good as the almond and minch. I think it gives you more than just regular chocolate. I agree. Yeah. I would go A. Yeah. That's an A. Yeah. That's an A. Very good. Next up. By the way, I'm a fan of dark chocolate. You're a fan of dark chocolate? I'm gonna tell you something else too. Particularly if I'm having a little bit of wine, I prefer dark chocolate. All right, let's try the dark chocolate, bro. I'm not a dark chocolate fan, man. Okay, for dark chocolate, I'm going A. I gotta go A. I can't, bro. Not everybody likes it. I can't sign off on that, bro. For the lowest I can go on this. Never low to it. Bro, I'm not, and listen, I like all these chocolates so far, but this is an F. Not hot. See, you're not a dark chocolate guy, though. But the problem is, right out of the gate, you're not a dark chocolate guy. That's like doing a pizza thing and be like, oh, I really don't like pizza. All right, you know what? Fine. I was actually going to C.
What's up, I'm a gamer?
I'll meet you at B. I'll compromise. No, you said A.
If you want to stream, like and stream and subscribe, man.
Next
You
one
can
up.
play Fort. No, I ain't never played that before.
Let's see. I bet this is going to be so creamy, dude.
Attempts allowed fans.
Oh, you see what they did? Look at the texture. The whole bar. Look at that, Chad. That's fantastic. Yeah. I like the other crunch better. The other crunch is better. It was better. Is it different chocolate? I think it is. Yes, it is. Something's different with the chocolate and the crunch one. Yeah, no, it's very good. There's a different texture. Wait, try the old one again. Dude, this one's better. Yeah. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm stuck between A and a B on this. I love it, but it's not the crunch. I go B. I go B on this. Yeah, I go B on it. All right, so this crunch is a B. It's something's different about it. I can't put my finger on it.
I don't play none on stream,
They're all delicious.
but just the basics.
It's just
Like Call of Duty, GTA type shit. I'm open to playing all games though. I ain't gonna front to you. But I don't play shit on stream yet.
Now, before we move on to the peanut butter, I've never opened this before. I don't know. I'm curious if the peanut butter is just in the chocolate, or if you bite it, there's peanut butter like inside, like a Reese's cup. Yeah. I don't know. That'll make or break this. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. Last but not least, peanut butter. Oh, what? Show the camera what? They did it like a Reese's peanut butter cup. There's actual peanut butter in it. No fucking way. This shit. Wow, that's a lot of peanut butter. That's a lot of peanut butter. Woo. I'll tell you right now. My gut reaction to this. I'm going A. I want to go A. Solid A. I want to immediately go A. So the conclusion that we've come to, that crunch is ridiculous. And I'm taking that home and I'm putting that in the fridge. This one right here. No. This one right here. This is it. Milk Crunch. Oh, bro. Milk Crunch. This one, we have determined is the best reasonable bar. Bro, Milk Crunch is insane. And I'm telling you, I'm going home. This is going to go in the fridge. Overall, I will tell you, this line of chocolate, I think it's excellent. I mean, Mr. Beast, you did your fucking thing here, bro. Yeah, nice, Mr. Beast, nice job, man. I mean, this is
What's up, Lion?
solid. This is a solid tier.
What's up, Mr. Sport Lad?
Okay, I salute Mr. Beast and your chocolate. I salute. If you guys like the video,
I'm doing good, Lion.
Please subscribe or
How you doing, broski?
And if there's and what we promised, one person out there that likes the video, we're gonna find out who you are. We're gonna come to your home and visit with you, and possibly take you to lunch. We'll take you to lunch, not dinner, not Chili's. Yeah, not dinner. Dinner's too expensive. We'll take you for lunch. We'll get the lunch.
What are you still doing here? You still have not downloaded Pi Adblock? You know I'm just gonna keep showing
Can you
up on
give
your
some
screen
tips?
until you
Some tips
download,
on what?
Honestly, it's 2025. No one is watching ads anymore. Not even me, and I'm literally in the ads. We have downloaded Pi, the free Chrome extension that
from these kinds of ads, so I think it's high disabled. And if it sounds too good to be true, it's not. Like, there are over 1 million users and tens of
I'm
thousands
gonna
of
press a girl.
If you've made it this far in the ad, like, what
I
are you
mean,
doing?
what way? Like
Skip
talking
over
now?
it. And also download Pop.
I mean, my best advice is just be you, bro. Be yourself. I can't really give you like tips and tricks only because I don't know you as a person and shit. Even if I did know you, it's just all about being you, though.
Someone said let's rank just because it's Thanksgiving. Let's rank
Be yourself, bro.
Thanksgiving foods. Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now. I have a very strong opinion about it. I do too.
It depends on who the girl
I have a
is,
very strong opinion, and there are a
and
couple things that are staples on the
or find out what she
on the
like. You know what I'm
Thanksgiving
saying?
table that I wouldn't even go anywhere near. There are
Have
things
some
that are
conversation
staples.
with
I don't want to
type
hurt
shit.
people's feelings. I know, but there are some things like tradition, like my grandmother's recipe. All right, dude. Listen, I'm very straightforward when it comes to the Thanksgiving Day feast. I'm very straightforward. All right, so let's start this off.
So yeah, if you ask me as a question, I don't really focus on impressing people.
You know what I want to say to this?
I just focus on being me.
Okay.
And I mean, the impressing motherfuckers, the impressing motherfucker shit just, I guess you could kind of say, just happens. You know what I'm saying? I don't focus on impressing people though, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Apple pie to me, I go like this. I go, okay, yeah, like it's okay. Like I'm not one of these guys that get all fucking excited, like, apple pie. No. Oh, you got me. I'm gonna put up vanilla ice cream. Dude, slow your fucking. I'm not excited at all. Slow your fucking roll. Okay.
That's fast, there you go.
You put the ice cream in the.
Oh my god, she wants to kiss me.
Don't get so crazy, bro. It's apple fucking
She
pie.
in love, yo.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, shit, I guess.
It's all exciting. At the end of the day, and I feel strongly about this, you're either a pie person or you're not a pie person. Bottom line. If you're not a pie, there's not like, oh yeah, I like this one pie, but not. You either like pies or you don't. Well, listen, I will tell you certain pies I like more than others. I'll tell you that right now. 100%. Apple pie, you hit it right ahead. That's okay. All right, let's go. Baked squash. I'm not even looking at that. If I'm at the Thanksgiving banquet feast and I got all these options in front of me, I'm not looking at baked squash, bro. Baked squash. Who the fuck is willingly eating this? Thanksgiving, there's all these foods. Baked squash. What the fuck even is a squash? Why would you eat a food that sounds like something someone stepped on? I've had squash. I mean, it's not my favorite thing. I've had it sauteed. I mean, I've eaten squash. You've eaten squash. Oh yeah. Why would you even eat squash? No, I've had it. I'm not eating baked squash. I ain't doing it. I'm not even looking at it. These are things. If we sit down, let's say we're invited to the biggest Thanksgiving banquet you've ever seen in your life. We sit down. We got nice glass of options. Nice glass of wine. It's a huge table. It's a beautiful place. I'm not even.
What's up, Stoke fans?
You only have a certain amount of space on a plate.
Nigga, I'm not casing. Fuck what you talking about.
Conversation about that too, by the way. That's another issue I have with the whole general. Dude, I tell you right now, you know, I go 4 items. That's it. I'm done. I go 4 items. That's it. 4 items fit properly on my plate. That's what I eat and I'm finished. I don't care. Oh no, but you gotta try. Bro, I go 4 items. I'm done. That's it. Per plate. And I do 1 plate. I'm good. That's it. I'm still full, by the way. I'm a little nauseated, to be honest. I ate a little too much, but let's go. Baked sweet potato. I'm not a sweet potato person. There are people that love sweet potato. I'm not. So I'm passing. I would slightly rate it above the big squash. Listen, I'll say this much. Because I've had sweet potato. Yeah. I've had sweet potato. I'm okay with saying it's okay. You're right. Now, I'm good means for me, I'm good. I'm not touching it. Now, I'm not saying anything.
You're the best. Appreciate that, man.
But for me personally, I'm good. I'm not a sweet potato person. Okay. Biscuit, bro, you have to pull them out of my fucking hand. Buddy, I'm having 8. You got to come over to me and you have to look at me and go, you're embarrassing yourself and your family. Put them down. What is better, true embarrassing than a warm, buttery biscuit? You're embarrassing your family?
For sure. I try my best to respond to
Somebody
everybody.
else, you're fat bastard. Biscuits? I'll tell you right now. There's something the matter with me with biscuits. I can't stop.
Dude, there's certain ones too that are different.
Bro. A warm biscuit, I slap a little butter on there.
Oh,
Get
fuck.
the fuck out of here. Get the fuck. Bro, I'm not embarrassed to say one time. We were somewhere, boom, there were biscuits. I had some wine. I had six biscuits in a glass of wine. Mom looked at me, she goes, Are you what the fuck, man? You're gonna ruin your whole meal.
That happens everywhere.
I don't care. I said I don't care. I love a biscuit.
Brown gravy.
I'm a brown gravy guy. I'm a brown gravy guy.
That goes
Now,
with the turkey and
now
the mashed
but
potato,
that's
right?
beef gravy though.
It goes with the turkey and the mashed
It does. A lot of people say, no, that's beef gravy. You don't put that on turkey. I like it on turkey.
You know, but I feel like it goes with the turkey and the mashed potato.
It does, but there is turkey gravy that's made.
Is that something else? There's nothing else even on
I don't think it's on here. Now,
No, I think that's what they're considering.
I've had heated arguments about brown gravy with turkey, but I love it. I put that shit on everything.
Yeah, no, that shit's good.
I put that shit on everything.
Brussels sprout.
Okay. I don't hate Brussels sprouts.
I don't hate them.
If they're made correctly, I would say like an apple pie, I'm okay. Maybe not. I don't get excited about it.
I was leaning towards I'm good because, like I said, there's other things.
That's fair.
If it's, you have to make the most perfect, like sauteed garlic, like good Brussels sprout for me to even consider that.
Yeah. All right.
What's up,
I'm
lovely
seeing some
libraries?
interesting things coming up right now.
Collard greens.
I don't eat collard greens. I'm good with that.
Dude, I don't understand this. No. I don't understand this.
Some people make that as part of the whole thing. I'm not a collard green guy. I don't fuck with it. That's all right.
I don't. What? You're racist? How the fuck am I racist?
There you go. I knew that was coming.
Typical white people. Like, what am I seeing?
No.
All right, bro, fine, yeah. Dude, you gotta go. Collard greens are good. Have fun with those. They fucking suck. What? They suck. The fuck? We're talking about good food. You're talking about collard greens.
Yeah, just relax.
Compost. Fuck is that? I'm not even gonna rate that. Well, your Cool Whip goes, I think, hand in hand with this.
Can I tell you my Cool Whip story?
Yeah.
Okay. My dad's mom was Irish. You knew that. My dad's mom. So my grandmother, my dad's mom was Irish.
Okay.
Right? And my grandfather was Italian. Now, on the other side, my mom's mom, 100% Italian, right from Italy.
Sure.
The experience of going to their homes was quite different. My Italian Grandma Mary, you would get lasagna, manigot, ravioli, meatballs, sausage, like that was the film. And she would cook
Let's
amazing.
play Roblox.
Now my Irish grandmother was a little different. She really wasn't a cook, right? So sometimes I'd go over there, my dad would leave me, and she would babysit. So I'd go over and hang out. Dude, routinely, while I was sitting down watching TV, she would just hand me a tub of Cool Whip. And I would just be Cool Whip. Now I'd get a little nauseous. I would get a little nauseous, but I'm telling you right now, I love Cool Whip. It brings back very fond memories. And a little dollop, they call it a dollop on an apple pie, or really most of these pies, is very delicious. I'm a fan.
Are we pairing this with the pie, or because of that memory, you want to go?
I gotta go love it because I like Cool Whip on lots of different things.
Okay. Next up, corn casserole. I've had good and bad versions of this.
I'm not. If that's on the table, I'm saying I'm good. I'm not going after it, but I have had it and I've liked it. I have. I like the cream corn thing, but also if you notice the next three, they're all in the same family.
So if I'm going out of the three, I am gonna put this the lowest.
But I'm telling you right now, a good cornbread, brother, a good cornbread, come on, I can fucking, oh
his
I
ass,
love
man.
corn. I like corn. I'm good with corn. I love corn. I love corn. Dude, good ass corn. I love corn. There is a version of cornbread that I have had accidentally that I wish I never tried. You know, some people make cornbread with corn in it, where you bite into it and there's an actual piece of corn in it. Yeah, I don't know that I love that. I like it more. Disgusting. I don't like that. Speaking of disgusting, cranberry sauce. No, I don't even. Why is this a part of Thanksgiving? It's all part of the tradition. It's a tradition. I want no this part. Tradition. I want no part of fucking cranberry sauce. Everybody trying to push cranberry sauce on me. Stop. Nobody wants that shit. I was getting cranberry sauce pushed on me multiple times tonight, and I was like, please no. Get the fuck out of here. Back around. No, thank you. I'll throw it right on the floor. I'll accidentally dump it on the floor. I'll do that shit. Oh yeah, I'm gonna put it on my turkey, my mashed potato. What the fuck is wrong with you? Who's mixing this shit up? You're making all the food touch? What is wrong with you? I gotta tell you this right now. I gotta jump in. I have to jump in. I believe you not agree with me on this one. Yeah, bro.
You probably scared.
It's one of my favorite.
Appreciate y'all for tuning in, man.
I go to a nice steakhouse. I'll get
Liking, commenting, subbing.
mashed potato, and I love cream spinach. I'm a fucking fan. I always have been. I love spinach in general. I like spinach in general, but a nice cream spinach in like a nice steakhouse. Oh my god, bro. That's just me. That's just me. So I'll say spinach out of vegetables. That's